Tuesday at 12:30. Okay. All right. Thanks for rethinking this.
No, I wanted to meet with you, Lawrence. It's just I want to meet with you as you said you want to meet as a constituent.
I want to meet as both. And actually, what I'd like to suggest. What I'd like to suggest is that we both record it. You bring your, and that way, you know, I had it
here. There you go. No, I mean, why don't we start as meeting as a constituent and then see how that goes.
Okay, now, wait, can you tell me you have never met with a constituent and allowed them to record it?
I again, if journalist or constituent, that's the way I use it. Yeah, I don't.
You must have constituents who
I remember.
Laws. All right, it's all about laws. It's all about the internet now.
I know, and my mom was an English teacher, and I used to be a newspaper editor, and I just have a.
All right, well, I look forward to talking to you on Tuesday.
Are you going to come?
Oh, you want to come? Oh, you have. Yeah, Tuesday at 12:30.
So are you getting enough excitement here? You know,
well, we always drop by to see what the current is going on. I thought that makes me very active today.
You know,
we had UW Whitewater professors walked in this morning from Whitewater.
There's also that email request from Professor Cooperative.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Obviously, I don't think a professor's email should be subject to open records. It's not a record.
I know.
It takes a bunch of what a phone call.
I know.
Everybody's switching from phone. It's like normal conversation. The idea that everybody can get in on that.
Yeah, well, clearly. And I don't, I think he was writing it as a historian. Not,
Well, whatever his background knows.
You don't have people doing that to you, do you?
Oh, well, all the lefty blogs then say, well, let's get back at the Republicans by getting all passes in.
And I have no part of that. And on that email, by the way, the letter you gave me of the people threatening you should call the police.
We did.
What did they do?
We did. I was, to be honest with you, I was outraged that you didn't reply to me after reading that.
What happened to me?
Because these are people who are part of the protest, Brett, and you've been facilitating.
And nobody has done more. And we're speaking as you, a blogger, me, elected representative. Nobody has done more to calm this crowd down. And I saved the senator over there from the mob of angry people. I have really worked to keep this peaceful and to calm the crowd. But my problem was that was nuts. I mean, we were up for 62 hours straight debating this garbage barge of a bill. But rereading that, it's like, call the police. I mean, they're the people that should be dealing with this kind of stuff.
How come you were saving Glenn Grothman? Where were the police?
Because the police. Have you seen the YouTube of that video?
Oh yeah.
I will say, the police were on the inside. He was walking towards the King Street entrance, which is not a good destination for him. A bunch of unhappy people there, and then coming back this way. And it's just, I was just trying to get him back in the building.
Right,
again, and the police were literally on the other side of the door and wouldn't let either one of us in. They wouldn't. Then a firefighter showed up for a 911 call. They wouldn't let them in either, and so we had to bring him around and bring him in the north end of the building.
You know what? It reminds me of the press conference that you gave as a rejoinder to the governor, who had just given his. That's on YouTube. I'm sure you've seen it. Where the protesters out in the hall, the door is open, and you can't do that.
I know.
Okay, but I mean, it's clear there. What you did was you said, these guys are trying to shut down my speech. Those were your guys.
I know.
These were your protesters.
Well, they weren't mine. I mean, to say that
you're absolutely aligned
people,
with them, and I mean they're your allies. Sure, you've been going into the rotunda and speaking with. You wear the orange shirt.
But yeah, and you know, like I said, they weren't helping me. But again, the point that we've been trying to make is keep it peaceful and respectful. And you know,
it has not been peaceful.
It has been
non-violent. It has been non-violent, but it has not been peaceful. And I'm going to keep challenging this meme that I think you guys are trying to get going around, that it was peaceful. It was not peaceful. There was intimidation almost every day. Intimidation. There was property damage, not $7.5 million, I'll grant you, but there was property damage. That's not peaceful. There was a mob mentality.
And one of the things, again, I mean, when you take away people's rights and freedoms, they get upset. You know, I mean, that's what the founding of this country was all about.
But, you know,
let me finish.
Go ahead.
When I spoke, many times, I said, respect the police officers. One is many of them are on our side, you know, but in order to try to bring the decibel level down. Because again, once you have that many people around you, I work very carefully and hard to keep folks calm and peaceful. And just watch a YouTube video. I mean, I put my body in...
I saw that, and I'll tell you, that was, I think, your one bright, shining moment. But I haven't seen any more.
He has other bright, shining.
Oh, I'm sure he does. But
give me a chance for more. Give me room to grow.
I will. I want to encourage more shining moments like that. But Brett, here's what I want you to consider. I think you've been stirring it on this side and then taking credit for it. You fell into that, didn't you?
Well, and the focus right now needs to be on changing the policy. I mean, you saw what they did in court yesterday. You know, trying to have the Reference Bureau list the bill before the Secretary of State legally publishes it. I mean, it's just contrary to law. You know, it's just like, and again, it's moved to the courts and it's moved to the polls. We have an election a week from tomorrow, Tuesday, and focusing this energy where it can be most constructive.
Okay, here's what I'd like to see you do. I mean, we're on opposite sides of this issue,
I think
right?
That's pretty clear.
No, it's pretty clear. I accept that. I'd like you to let's agree to disagree. But here's where I think we should agree. Here's where I want to agree. Yeah, go ahead.
Just a little real quick.
Let's be legal. And what I want to see you do as a legislator is encourage legality and discourage any kind of mob mentality. So let me finish here. You brought up this action yesterday. That was all done through legal means. I mean,
I believe it was illegal.
Okay, but I mean, they didn't. The Republicans didn't. What did they do that was illegal?
They are saying that the bill is legally enforced before the Secretary of State has published the bill.
Okay, so but they didn't do anything criminal in saying that, did they?
We believe, and again, lawyers, you know, smarter people than me and others are looking at this thing. It may have violated the temporary restraining order.
Okay, but I mean, but they didn't do any property damage. They didn't block any.
I have been working to keep people. You know, we have been working very hard to keep. I mean, people were told to use blue tape in the building. They used blue tape in the building.
You know what? That was after a whole week of
Thank you very
nothing
much.
being
You guys are awesome.
In fact, you even get some credit for the litter being picked up and the blue tape being used. It may be on. We documented the damage.
People were.
And then
I saw people cleaning the floor on their knees. But again, my point is, and the things that Democrats have tried to do to keep it safe and respectful and legal. And I don't know if you've been there all the times where I've been talking. I talked to a lot of people out of that building, and I led them out personally because we needed to keep that, you know, the group managed and avoid
and non-violent. And I appreciate it. You know, I'm not not arguing on that. Well, here's what I'd like you to consider. My point is, with one hand you were stirring it up, and with the other hand, you want to take credit for saving Glenn Grothman, for keeping it non-violent, and I just don't think that
I've been handing out. We're about to start. I've been handing out songbooks in my office, so that people will sing instead of playing and chant. And I think that's progress, you know. So, but we'll talk more next week.
All right.
Nice to meet you. Every time I stop by, you know, you were inside.
Taking a nap the one day you stopped by.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I avoid people that come to the door. I don't answer the door. Well, for one thing, I get death threats, so I don't answer. Somebody rings my door, I don't answer. I give you a lot of credit for your campaigning. You were a hell of a campaigner. You were everywhere.
I'm a hardworking guy, so it's like, but I respect your academic freedom. And you know, we disagree, but I respect you.
Well, why don't you amend the open records law and make it explicit that professors' emails aren't...
Well, send it to me. I'll look at it. You know, send me the
word cooperative has special meaning and power in Wisconsin.
Make it clear that they can't
just as when we say progressive,
that's a good idea.
Something a bit more than what many people around the country mean. When we say cooperative, we refer not just to a personal attitude.
Shoot me an email and I'll look at it.
Check the blog out maybe tomorrow. It takes us a while to edit and get stuff up, but I think you'll see. You know, like yesterday you told me you've seen my stuff and you didn't like it. You called me a right winger. I think after tomorrow you'll see a little video here, and I think you'll maybe change your mind that we're really very fair.
Established under laws which embody values of mutual support.
Well, that's why I came over and said,
you know, everything that we've gotten over the last month has been just by chance. We haven't set up any gotchas, and the stuff like in the rotunda with you and the sign lady and all, that just happened in front of me. I didn't set that up in any way whatsoever.
Well, and I did ask her to move to the side and be, you know, and she's now throwing her stuff off.
I think that's a good idea, because if somebody slipped on that and fell and got hurt, Brad.
Yeah, and I told her move it to the side, so now she's we're making progress.
See you Tuesday. All right, take care.
Cooperatives and unions enrich our individual and family lives by uniting us in collective effort and by exercising collective power. We do not stand as lonely individuals against the combined and aggregated forces of the world. We stand together with our fellow cooperators and with our fellow members.